welcome to. Okay.
Welcome to the
band is band. Come on in. Okay.
Yeah.
Big band. There's only a few words. You got to say to go down, down, down. You're gonna burn it. Okay. Anyhow, it's a Twisted Sister song.
Anyone right now?
Around the times of Mental Health by Quiet Riot and all those great classic songs of the 80s.
Maybe we should do a demo tape of what we sound like on the radio. Imagine how much trouble we'd get in.
Oh, wow. Yeah, exactly, because, you start off nice and calm, and then you start getting to fuck this, fuck that, and then, holy shit, oh my motherfucker, oh god damn, the crap, well, we gotta cut all that out.
Some of the words you can't say on radio, but you can say on television. Exactly.
They have us down to a whole second.
Yeah, one.
I mean, at least he said. You earlier said, Jesus fucking Christ or whatever. That's a bit better than my, because lately I've been saying.
What have you been saying?
I'll say actually, I'll use the middle initial, but I'll say Jesus H motherfucker.
I kind of was. I mean,
well, I guess there's a whole bunch of ex-popes, including that 18-year-old that was assigned to the popehood. I mean, adopted to the whatever they do.
Pedophilia,
yeah. Rained on.
Condom in, condom on. Condom in, condom on.
Yeah, whatever they do, I mean,
Yeah, I don't want to think about what they do if you don't mind.
I mean, yeah, well, I mean, what would be the worst thing that you could see someone being appointed to?
Depends on the person.
Okay. If you were to be appointed to something by the president, what would that be?
Me appointed to something by the president? Probably the Secretary of the Interior. Call a spade, that's what I am.
Oh, wow.
Or the court jester, one of the two. They break everything in court.
They got a national tour. Hey, I like this guy. Hey.
What?
They put you in this international. Hey, I like this guy. Oh, shit. And folks, that's how Muammar Gaddafi was captured.
That's what she said. If only. If only. Yeah. If only my dreams. Yeah.
So I was reading the other day that a group of girls.
You didn't hurt yourself, did you?
No, a group of girls have released a song to the beat. Actually, this is true. They've released a song to the beat of "We're Not Gonna Take It," called "We're Not Gonna Fake It."
That'll be the day. That'll be the day, let me tell you. I just got a lot of popularity points in the polls. Maybe I should run for president. I'm not telling you right now. That my campaign slogan's gonna be, I'd rather kiss a tournament seat. And based on the way things are going, I think I might just get in.
And make sure you run on the freak ticket.
No, leave that for you.
But anyhow, yeah, we're not gonna fake it, and it's a group of girls of well-known females in the recording industry.
Oh, Beyonce, Britney, Christina.
No, it's Britney's idea. secret message to all our former boyfriends.
That'd be Michael Jackson's Beat It.
Oh wow. Actually, no kidding aside, I did see.
I'll get it on the other side? Okay, go ahead.
No, I did see Michael Jackson's hat at the History Museum in that area where they had the whole television thing and radio and musical instruments and stuff.
Yeah, it's under pedophile, isn't it?
Actually, it's next to the Master and the Lion King.
It's kind of racist, but, you know. Both African. American. In the circle of life.
Well, this section started off with the original Muppets, went into that Nadia, whatever her name is, that came up from Russia with her skating uniform, Rabotanna skates, Paolo Antonona skates, Michael Jackson, the Lion King thing, the Julie Newmar costume, and finished with All in the Family.
That's a racist section if I ever heard one. And they go after me for that joke about the president, yeah.
And then
how dare they?
And then, of course, there's the whole civil rights section, which dealt with
that nobody pays attention to.
Dealt with Malcolm X, of course, and Martin Luther King, which those are great guys, but also, of course, got into the whole Black Panther aspect of it, and and then, of course,
there's an awful lot of blacks in this so far.
When I was at the Vietnam War Memorial, flashback in my mind to a time at Burlington College in the lab, in which it was me and a few buddies of mine. We were looking at pictures from the Kent State incident during the Vietnam War, and then Don Huffman came in and recognized the pictures that we were looking at, that from that time period.
And Don Huffman was the
was the IT guy at that point. So he noticed that, and then he said he was a student at Kent State at that time.
Who let him out?
So hopefully none of you will have to deal with anything like Kent State or
Don Huffman.
You wind up on a cruise ship that they didn't check the stabilizers or something. I don't know. Anyhow,
Lost in Space. Grey's Anatomy.
Well, now actually it doesn't matter if you get lost in space because it's a robonaut.
That's true. Nobody's going up anymore, too. From my
yeah, actually, if people from the U.S. actually do want to go up, they have to hitch a ride with a Russian. So you gotta get over to Moscow.
Make sure you bring vodka as your payment. See, it's like I bet your eye that's gonna go over. No, man, should take a sip of beer.
Wow. And every now and then I pop quiz people.
Anyone I know?
Actually, I did pop quiz my neighbor Joe. I actually did. I asked him what was the name of Charles Lindbergh's plane.
You think he was alive for that?
No, but I mean it's a historical thing.
I don't know why do you say it, Lindbergh? Or the Hindenburg?
He didn't know, but he didn't say one of those two. So I actually did say, really? The Spirit of St. Louis.
A famous movie by Billy Wilder with James Stewart in it, if I remember correctly, from 1957. Sorry, random fact, go ahead.
Anyhow, so I do quiz people. When I was in D.C., I asked my brother if he could name the only president in U.S. history who has served 2 terms non-consecutively.
2 terms non-consecutively. Non-consecutive 2 terms. I have no idea. Who would that be?
Well, his first name, it's actually Grover Cleveland, so.
Oh, okay. Well, I would never have gotten that. I was stuck on Lincoln.
You were stuck on Lincoln. And of course, FDR was the only one to have more than 2 terms. Actually, he's the one that was the reason for the term limits.
Yeah, that's true. Didn't he have like 4 and then he died during the 4th?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then who was it took over? Was it Eisenhower at that point?
Well...
Or was it like in the 50s? I'm forgetting.
It might have been because Roosevelt's final VP was Truman.
Oh, okay, yeah, and then Truman took over.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harry S. Truman. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and there's a whole bit about that. I don't know if anybody have ever heard any classic Red Fox comedy, but he does have a whole bit about, naming a hole after him the foxhole, and he says if you want to name a hole after someone, name it after Truman, you call it the Harry S. Hole.
Nowadays they call them politicians in general.
One thing though about back to Roosevelt actually,
yes.
Eleanor Roosevelt, his wife,
the one that lived to see Frank Sinatra on TV.
Yeah.
They will bet.
She and I'm not dogging any previous first ladies before her, but
well, not that you should be dogging anybody in general,
but she actually was the first lady to take more of an active role and getting involved. And
that's true. And then some of the recent presidents' wives have done some wonders at some disasters. I mean, like Betty Ford, she got cleared at her own clinic. That was a good thing. The bad thing might be Michelle Obama with the Easter egg hunt on the White House.
Yeah.
Well, now, did you see the photos from that?
Yeah.
Okay, did you notice that it was all black kids?
Yeah.
And they're calling white people racist.
Wow. So the Democrats, knowing that Obama's going to seek re-election here, are saying, wow, this is a time that we can actually... We have a rare time here to actually prepare or
over there
or prep someone. So they check in with various people to see if who actually is interested that has currently said they weren't or is recent and when they found out that, as it turns out, Hillary Clinton is interested in 2016. So then their thoughts were, hey, who will be finishing as governor at that time? Andrew Cuomo of New York. Wow, a Hillary Clinton Andrew Cuomo ticket.
Any relation to Perry?
No, he's the son of Mario Cuomo.
Mario Cuomo, he sounds like an illegal immigrant. Somebody's searching.
But the DNC, thinks that would be a...
Oh, taking care of it? I could read this. No,
I'll
probably get
the Deuteronomy National Council. No, the Democratic National Council. Moses was above the Deuteronomy National Council.
Chuck Heston was part of that, wasn't it?
And okay, so and I did see a film. It's a comical film, and it did have to do actually with the Book of Herschel, which is an actual book. So if you see the film and you don't really believe it, do check out the Book of Herschel. It's more talked about in the Reform Judaism, not so much in the Orthodox. Anyhow,
yes, I do these.
There's a film called Holy Moses, which shows Moses pushing away Herschel, in their little thing sitting down the river. It's a comical film. It has Dudley Moore in it and Richard Pryor and a number of other
Yeah, talk about politically incorrect. Richard Pryor. Robert Moore.
Oh wow.
And I just saw, speaking of movies, Don't Be Afraid of the Dark.
Oh. Yeah, I haven't seen that yet.
And it's worth it. Check it out, dude. Check it out. Of course, you may rather wait till it's at the, what is it, the Roxy. Melrose Roxy over here.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to see it at the, we being my dad and I went to go see it at the Majestic Den out in Williston, Vermont. For those who care to look it up. Not that you should, but you know. No, I'm kidding. It's a nice theater. If you're broke. But no, seriously. Good movie, I think. My dad was kind of like, yeah. But for those who don't know, you probably do. But for those who don't Be Afraid of the Dark. The story is a man goes disappearing shortly after the disappearance of his son.
Yeah.
And years later, like a few generations later, this woman is helping a man refurbish and restore the house.
Yeah.
And a child, his child, comes to live with them, kind of unexpectedly, somewhat planned. And in addition to dealing with what they're calling her mental health issues from the other coast, because they're in California versus
The left coast.
Yeah. So basically, the polar opposite coast kind of thing. In addition to dealing with the mental health issues, she starts to hear voices of these little gnomes, pixies, fairies, whatever you want to call them, that are bad and human. I scared myself. Living in the basement. Furnace. But, figures they're devilish creatures and they're living in a furnace, which is hot as hell. But, yeah, no, so it's an interesting movie. It's visually stunning as hell.
Yeah.
And Katie Holmes turns in the performance of her career at this point, as far as I'm concerned. But, yeah, check it out, dude. Check it out. And for anybody that likes Katie Holmes or horror movies, it's definitely worth a look. It's visually arresting, if nothing else. Probably a spectator. Temporarily. I know what you're looking for, sir?
Yep. I did.
Right on. And what are you looking for?
All enjoy.
Oh, joy. Slightly redundant. Oh, my joy. Oh, joy. That's good. Up the street, the searchers that come marching down. That was almost funny, too. I wish I'd enjoyed it.
That's like the new candy in hell on fireballs.
No. Did I ever tell you that story about my mom? She went into a gas station. This is a true story. So only in my family could this ever be true. But my mom went to a gas station one time. And you know how they had the convenience stores? Yeah, well, she went in and she was looking for fireballs. But she can't remember the name of them for the life of her. How she forgot, I'll never know. But it's so simple. Fireballs. Just think your crotch is on fire and work from there. But anyway, so she goes in And she sees this guy behind the counter. She says, "Do you have hot balls?" The guy just stares at her. And she goes, "You know, the little candies, hard, round, melt in your mouth." He goes, "Do you mean fireballs?" She goes, "Yes, that's it." He goes, "No." She goes, "Thank you very much, gets in the car. It has been back there since." But it's true.
Wow.
Yeah, for me, that's kind of like, my equivalent anyways, things that you shouldn't say. Sitting up in Jane Sanders' office talking to her, I think I said this before on another podcast, if not, this will be her first. But it won't be a last, I'll tell you that. Actually, you know what, I did say this on another podcast, it just hasn't been over yet, so it's the first time you heard. But I was up in Jane's office. This was at the be-all end-all meeting, and that's what I called it in the emails, which I still have, by the way. But she violated my civil rights, as in most of the other people there, let's be honest. And she said to me, "You know, Nathan, I don't think you know what it takes to run a college." I said, "I don't think you do either." Call a spade a spade, dude.
Yeah, and I remember some comedy nights. Okay, now this is Burlington to college, so I don't think I would have tried this anywhere else. But during my routine, I started off with, what does Iowa stand for? Idiots out wandering around. What does Ohio stand for? Oral hygiene is optional. Then I said, what does Oregon stand for? Oral rectal experience given over noodles.
And you remember Sarah Mo's response to that? She was on the floor crying. So I hope it's true. That was wonderful. I was there for it too. I think we're gonna.
It's like the two trees. There's two trees in the forest.
I know I'm going to regret this, but which two trees?
There's two trees in the forest.
Yeah.
And there's a little tree growing between them. And one of the trees says to the other tree, "Is that a son of a birch or a son of a beech?" So the other tree says, "Oh, I don't know. That's woodpecker. He's a tree expert." So the woodpecker, pecks at it, taps at it, and then they say to the woodpecker, "So, is it a son of a birch or a son of a beech?" And to which the woodpecker says, "On the contrary, it's the finest piece of ash I've ever had my pecker in." Then there's the whale, along with the fisherman.
I know I'm going to regret this, but what's that one?
There's two whales, and one whale says to the other, "Hey, how about we go up there and blow some water through our blowholes and knock over that fishing boat, just for fun?"
Yeah.
So they go up there, they knock over the fishing boat, come down laughing their flippers off, and one whale says to the other whale, "Hey, how about we go up there and eat some of those fishermen?" To which the other whale replies, "Hey, I'm all in favor of the occasional blowjob, but I refuse to eat the semen."
No! I know somebody that liked that one, because I watched her. Baby bug.
Zing!
Yeah, that's what she was saying.
But when did the zing bug come around here?
Yeah, right. Oh, a zing bug.
I'm sorry, that's a Big Brother reference.
No, I said, yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that. I don't watch that show. But, alright, speaking of my friend in Vegas,
Sin City.
Yeah. No, it's funny. When I saw her at her wedding, I had a joke because I haven't seen her in a great many years, and she had gained some weight. She wasn't unattractive, or she wasn't that big.
Mm.
But I couldn't help but think of this joke because it was like when I had seen her, she looked kind of like I do now, which is just a slight bit of a pot belly for those who can't see. And average legs and As far as the dress went, but that's another story. And I said that with the utmost respect, of course. Of course, nobody believes me, but it's true. But, no, I saw her at the wedding. Who was in the back of my head? You know, Raffy from the 80s, the guy that used to sing to kids, turned out to be into child pornography.
Yeah.
Took away his record album. And you remember his song Baby Beluga?
Yeah.
His voice popped into my head going, I'm like, Jesus. The entire time, because I couldn't.
Actually, Baby Beluga is the song that plays over and over again on a tape that they get Baby Michelle on Full House. And there's a scene where Stephanie's singing it, and then she starts tapping her and goes, out, 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 out.
Yeah, okay, right out. Yeah. Highlight confusion as to where to go from there.
Sunshiny day. Oh wait, when the break hits her up.
I didn't say Marcia, did you? Okay, here goes the
just running a tub. No, sorry, that's Cindy.
Oh yeah, Cindy Brady is writing a tell-all book. It's called My Life Under the House. Don't ask me what possessed me for that one. The story of an exorcist.
And she's teaming up with Marianne from Gilligan's Island. They're both misunderstood.
Yeah, one hit from the bottle, the other one hit in it. Hard to understand that. I just took a trip down memory lane. I was just thinking of my old boss, the one that had a drinking problem, and she ran a stable. She was an unstable woman running a stable, figured that one out. But she had a dog, and I had to run up a rig for the dog. Again, true story. I had to run up a rig for the dog. The dog was there to eat rats. Probably didn't get me, but I ran up a rig for the dog, and it had to run the entire length of the barn. And the owner of the stables had given me a screw gun, but the screw gun was broken. So it's like, well, what are you going to do? Hammer and nails. That's a novel concept. So I started hammering the nails. I might just see this girl in the booth. Observation room. Anyway, so I'm standing there and run up the rig. I'm all lighter. And my boss is in the arena taking a riding lesson.
Yeah.
And she hears this awful racket because I'm going, hammering the damn thing in there. And she goes, Jesus, Nathan, you're making a lot of noise. How about a screw? I looked down at my hands on top of the girl in the observation booth. I looked over at her. I said, no thanks. She just about fell off the horse. But again, true story.
Yeah.
It's more of a visual joke because you need the physicalities in order to get the laugh.
Yeah.
But in order to say on a podcast, I do have to set it up. It's like the NBC logo, from the old days when they used to have that dun dun dun.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It was like point A was down in my hand. Point B was up in the observation room, which is where I'm pointing, where you can see just off to the left.
Yeah.
And point C was over in the observation room, which was off to the right from where I was standing. So it was there, like, dong, dong, dong.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Stage right.
Which is the way I like it, but go ahead.
No. I mean, you know, it's, of course, stage right and stage left and upstage and downstage is all from the audience perspective. So
the only one I know is up yours.
For the actor, it's the reverse. You're actually going to the left when you're going stage right here and so forth and so on.
Yeah, I never learned that. They just said, go that way. I just went, yes, ma'am.
But it's from the perspective of the audience and the people watching the show. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And all this great. Actually, one of the greatest quote. Well, I wouldn't say one of the greatest quotes, but
yes.
Definitely a remarkable. Damn.
Memorable?
Memorable. Not remorbidable. Although it does have to do with death.
that might explain why your shark died, right?
Memorable, statement about
memorable. Yes.
Yeah, about joke about death.
Memorable joke about death. Yes.
About death. Yes, and I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember it verbatim.
You don't remember how straight either.
But more or less, it's when Woody Allen is talking about death and
sex, death, two things that come once in my life.
Yeah, and the other one where he says talks about death and he says, "Well, I'm not there when it happens."
There's that. Or there's the one I like, which is he's talking about death and he says, well, no, actually, this is Mel Brooks. Mel Brooks talking about death, and he goes, death, it's a horrible thing. Damn shame. You get up in the morning, you got nothing to do for the rest of the day.
And of course, there's the answer to the riddle of the Sphinx. What has two legs in the morning?
2 legs in the morning. Okay.
Trying to remember how the rest of it goes.
3 at noon, 4 in the afternoon, and none at night. It's a human.
Yeah, that's the ancient riddle of the Sphinx.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the guy gets eternity somewhere. That was a punchline. That's right.
Cleveland. Actually, no offense to my family that lives out there, nor the nearby Canton, Ohio. Stuff.
Speaking of Ohio, have you heard from Mike at all recently?
No, not too recently.
That's unfortunate.
Of course, no. Someday I will get out to Ohio. Now I've got 3 places to go. Well, actually, it's really 2, but
Ohio and Hill, Michigan.
In Ohio, I actually have 2 places to go, but since I'll start off in Cincinnati, drive up to the Cleveland, Canton area, I'll wind up going through Columbus since I have spent some time there before for old time's sake, so.
Well, when you're planning on going, let me know. Maybe I'll be able to go with you, we'll see. Maybe try to look up Mike's area.
Yeah, I'll start in Cincinnati, go up to Columbus from there, have family in Cleveland, and of course I bring up Canton because I'm in the Cleveland, Canton area, might as well go to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So.
Oh, there's that. I thought you were going to bring up Betty Cantor.
Let's leave A-Rod out of this. Oh wait, different sport.
Yeah, one's comedy, the other's sports. Both are dangerous.
And actually, he's been in a lot of trouble this season.
A-Rod or Eddie Cantor?
A-Rod.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't see Eddie Cantor getting into a lot of trouble these days. He's a little dead, that's right.
Either you are or you're not.
You're either in or you're out. That's the story of my life, no respect. When I was born, the doctor told my mother I did all I could, but he pulled through anyway.
Oh.
I'm not going to tell you, I went to a proctologist. He stuck his finger in my mouth.
Oh.
You expect me to go on from there?
And of course, there's the, there is the other,
Yes, the other one. The other.
When I was born, the doctor would just slap my ass, but before he could, I slapped him.
Or there's I'm sorry, the doctor slapped my mother.
Mm-hmm.
Or when I was born, the doctor slapped my mother. That's the punchline.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a good thing I could remember that.
Doctor.
Doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of watching you.
Oh.
That should be the theme song for house.
I thought for a minute that we're going to get into a medley of songs.
It's like I never meant to either. But we are going to go sooner or later. That's what she said.
Burning down the house.
Not mine, you're not.
That's what she said.
How'd you know? How do you know?
After she said what I like about you.
That's not what she said to me.
Actually,
Yes.
no, I do say this with all due respect,
To which person?
but the song, the original
Of course.
song, What I Like About You by the Romantics, is perfectly fine. There's
Okay.
no reason, no need, no how for a remake that was used by the show.
Fair enough. I mean, to be fair though, I like Leonard Skinner's Sweet Home Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
But to be fair, I also like Kid Rock's version, where he says, the F word in the middle of it. It wasn't in the original lyrics, I just thought the version where he says the F word in the middle of it.
Well, some people, do a good rendition, so.
That's true, that's true.
And there are the rare exceptions in which, and I kid you not, this is a true story. I was,
Oh dear.
when I was in Bangor, Maine, however you want to say it.
I will do no such thing. I deal with that.
And I was on the air at WHSN.
You were on the air?
And there was a person.
How did you get on the air?
There was a person
Did you walk? I'm sorry, go ahead.
There's a person, and I didn't say this on the air, although I very well could have, but I had put on Baby One More Time, not by Britney Spears, but by this other guy.
Okay, so just to be clear, the lyrics to Britney Spears' thing is, hit me baby one more time, to which I say, of course. But the other guy.
Yeah, so I put that song on, bring the microphone down, turn to my buddy in the radio station and say, that's actually better than Britney Spears.
Cue the music, for that's my prerogative.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, you remember that song? My prerogative?
Yeah.
That was the biggest fucking douche.
And sometimes I bring up a song, and I actually was talking to Joe the other day, and I mentioned the Proclaimers.
Joe, your neighbor.
Yeah.
Okay.
I walked 500 miles, I walked 500 more, and I said, now, that is possible, but
That's 1,000 miles.
He does say that in the song, but I said that is possible, but it's not very probable. I said, Joe, do you realize how far that is from here? That's somewhere in between St. Louis and Kansas City.
That's true.
And the song does go, I'd walk 500 miles and I'd walk 500 more to be the guy who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door.
Okay, well, now let me ask you a question, because I've heard your singing voice and you're not bad, but you just kind of chanted that. Can you actually try to sing it without music?
Okay, let's see. I'd walk 500 miles and I'd walk 500 more. And I'd walk 1,000 miles to be the man who falls down at your door. Do 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 do.
Now you're better off chanting. It sounded less gay.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay.
Try to remember the time of September when life was slow and oh so mellow. Try to remember the kind of September
I can barely remember what
and rain was yellow. Try to remember the kind of September when you were tender and callow fellow. Try to remember, and if you remember, then follow. And then there's some people saying follow. Try to remember when life was so tender that no one wept except the willow. Try to remember when life was so tender that dreams were kept beside your pillow. Try to remember when life was so tender that love was an ember about to billow. Try to remember, and if you remember, then follow. And then the bunch of people doing that follow. Try deep in December, it's nice to remember, although you know the snow will follow. Deep in December, it's nice to remember, without hurt, a heart is hollow. Deep in December, it's nice to remember the fire of September that made us mellow.
Yeah, it disturbs me as that
December, our hearts should remember and follow.
It disturbs me as that we're actually in September.
I'm calm, I'm perfectly calm, I'm utterly under control. I have in a hurry, where others will hurry and stroll. Alright, I did sing one from the Fantastics. Now the other one is to start from what? From the thing, it's from what? It's from what? With Zero Cell? Yes, you got it. Anything on the way to the farm.
Yes, I haven't said anything in 5 minutes.
He is having something funny on the way to the farm. A cup of joe made by Socrates, but anyhow.
Yeah, I went into her a few times.
Yeah.
Socrates, that is.
Make sure there's no hemlock in that cup of joe.
That's not Joe, I'm drinking. That's what she said. Think about that. That would strike you funny in church.
Okay, Julius Caesar.
Brutus. Enough with the cutting remarks. Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes I do sing on the fly, like I have made up songs on my own.
You sing on the fly? Have you tried having your pants up?
No, I sing on the fly, like I will make up a song, it'll be improvisational.
Oh, off the cuff.
Off the cuff, yeah.
And onto what?
Oh.
As much as I love to rap the Clintons, I gotta say, I gotta give them credit for being able to pronounce their own names. I have to think for a second before I say the name Clinton. Which you gotta guess to why.
Or Dianne Feinstein if you can ever pull her out of Congress, but since there's no term limits in Congress, anyhow, and that's for both houses, so.
That's true, but I don't want to be pouring anyone out of anything.
And if you want to have a good laugh, if you ever want to have a good laugh, watch when it's aired. Watch the House of Commons. I mean, that is hilarious. Well, it is actual political, but it is hilarious. It is aired on C-SPAN, but it is broadcast from either Canada or from England. And when it's the British, it's even more hilarious.
Oh yeah, Canada seems to be dry.
Pop his fist up.
I'm gonna use that joke gingerly. That's not bad enough. I've just done 2 Canada dry jokes under a minute.
Oh. Actually, I thought Utah was dry.
You don't need that stuff. Cause once you're in Utah, you're high enough.
Okay, thank you, Brigham Young.
Just remember the very words of Brigham Young. He said, okay, Brigham Young.
Wow.
Rodney Dangerfield, the state's gonna sue my ass.
Oh.
I'm doing his act.
Apparently.
I tell you, I got no respect at all. I can't tell you how many conversations I've had with Michael Schur where I have said that exact line of I got no respect at all. It goes, well, if you were anybody else, I wouldn't be worried. I was like, thanks, I think.
Wow.
Anyway. Slight exaggeration on the truth. Those weren't exactly his words, but they will suffice for that joke.
Right.
It was more like, why am I not surprised? He laughs because he knows it's true.
Wow.
Isn't that Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, and Beyonce Knowles?
Wow. Yeah, I like Christina Aguilera. I'm not sure about the other two, but anyhow.
Yeah, well, that's Britney's prerogative. As far as Christina Aguilera goes, you gotta give her credit. She knows what a girl wants.
I do like Christina Aguilera, but anyhow.
Yeah, that's right. Did you see Burlesque? The movie?
No.
Excellent movie, dude. Check it out. Yeah, I cannot give that movie enough props. Great songs, great costumes, pretty good acting. Especially by Aguilera and Cher. And Cher does a very good song called You Haven't Seen the Last of Me. And I love the song Show Me How You Burlesque.
Wow.
And Tough Lover was another one. As was I'm a Good Girl and Express, the Ladies of Burlesque.
Wow.
There you go, those are the best songs. Go hunt them down, vote like them.
Okay, enough on Burlesque.
Yeah, how about vaudeville? Okay, go ahead.
But anyhow, there are times where you actually try and don't, and you just visually a little bit try, obviously, because you would actually hurt yourself if you actually really try to envision it.
I hurt myself anyway.
But there are times where people will, make a statement, and they'll give a reference that, really seriously, like, don't try to, truly visualize it. Like my neighbor and friend Joe, sometimes he will, and then he'll say this in reference to my other friend and neighbor Brenda. He'll sometimes say, talking to Brenda is like trying to nail Jello to a wall.
I would ask how, but it hardly makes sense. But then I know Brenda. No, I said that I said this joke. She's a very sweet, kind, somewhat elderly lady.
It looks like a whale, but anyway.
If you're listening, Brenda, I didn't say it. Wasn't me.
Joe does call her that sometimes, but I don't really condone it. Anyhow.
You don't condone it, huh? How dare you? Hasn't she always given you cakes and breads and...
Yeah, she does give me that stuff, and sometimes I do call Joe out on things, like if he starts to use the N-word, and I say, hey, that's a bit derogatory. He's like, oh, it's just the word, and I'm like, oh, jeez.
What, nail?
No, the N-word.
The N-word. Oh, N?
The N-word.
I'm going to play ignorant on this. The N-word? Don't tell me, let me guess. No.
No, it's not that. It's a word I don't want to say, and so in reference to him saying, well, it's just the word I say. Well, you don't, call our neighbor Alex, and she's a Jewish girl. Okay, I said you don't call her that word that rhymes with Mike, do you?
Kite. It's close.
Anyhow, so I trying to let them know that a word is not always just a word. And lovingly, I do point out sometimes when he will say things, or act in certain ways that make me, Brenda says, well, he's not really too socialized. And I'll say, well, that's right, because I witnessed him say some things to people and do some things, that alienate other people.
I still remember when he came up to the window up there into college, dropped his pants and stuck his ass against the window. I know, right, that was yours,
Not the rat.
Yeah, that's true.
Although he looks like him.
Nice. I'm trying to decide whether or not I should argue.
Well, I mean, come on. Because he obviously doesn't look like the character from Grease.
Oh, ain't that the truth? Well, no, he does have one thing in common with the character from Grease.
What's that?
Grease in the hair.
Oh. I thought you were going to say he had something in common with Will Chamberlain. Well, not nearly.
From what I hear, he's got one thing in common with him.
Oh, well, I thought you were going to say all the women he slept with.
Two things he has in common. I don't know what's worse about that. It's true, the fact that we're laughing at it. I mean, Christ.
Whoa, did I just say that? I just professed a whole thing ahead.
Should I ask?
I just married off to people that are not married. Anyhow.
Where's that? Back up. Let me catch up. I can eventually. Let me catch up. A couple of beers in, I'm a little bit delayed, but let's back up. What happened?
Okay, we're talking about Rizzo, right?
Yeah.
And and all the women, whatever. And I said, just go ask Maggie Tarn. I said, whoa, I just married two people that thought we were married.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got that now. Maggie Barker, Matt Tarr, yeah. For the record, they have not announced engagement at this time that we know of. Are they still going out? I heard that they'd broken up and they weren't going along very well.
Well, that's good.
That's great. That's very white of you.
I do know, there are a couple of friends of mine that just got married. Anyhow.
Cameron Paulson and Amanda Wright, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, now she's Amanda Paulson.
Yeah.
Okay, just make sure.
Yeah, make sure your pulse is on.
That hurts. Keep the gloves up, old boy. Keep the gloves up.
Keep the gloves up, okay. Will do, Cassius.
I sting like a bee, but that's where the resemblance ends, okay? And that was in case nobody thought I got it. I do not look like a butterfly, let me tell you that. I am missing two things that a butterfly has.
Nor do you have the sex life of Mark Albert, but anyhow. Oh.
Ouch. Ouch.
I was asking one of the Laker girls.
Ouch. And the ref takes a point away.
I'm just like those two guys. Actually, yeah, it's kind of like those two guys. Other there's, we're not doing any hip hop in the midst of our comedy, but other than that,
not yet.
Other than that, we are like the Blackstreet Boys that I saw during the
Blackstreet Boys.
There's a group called the two guys called the Blackstreet Boys. I saw them.
Well, they Maddie and Stitch?
No. But I saw them when I went. No, they're from LA. I saw them when I went to the festival of Fools.
Anyone I know?
And which is a series of 3 days of various different people from around the world doing comical things. I went on the first day Friday. Anyhow.
You went on?
Well, I went down to Church Street for it. Anyhow.
I was going to say, you were on? I was like, what happened? When did this happen? And how well did you do?
I went on and on and on.
And that's what she said.
Onward, Christian soldiers.
You just had to bring that up, didn't you? How dare you?
How about One Tin Soldier?
One Tin Soldier?
Actually, One Tin Soldier.
Yes.
The thing. Actually,
I'm not touching his thing with that.
I've heard people do this. Not girls. Guys. I've heard guys
touch his thing.
No. I've heard guys sing One Tin Soldier, while drunk, and sounding like the Resident Bar version. But anyhow.
I've heard women do the same thing with other sounds that guys sing.
And now she's running a nut farm in Hawaii.
Nice. Yeah, I've heard girls sing songs like, it's not unusual to be, and you're going, looking at you, I don't believe it.
Oh.
I mean, the girl that I saw singing that had a honker. And I don't mean your breasts. I mean a honker on the face. Better known as he knows.
Enough about Cyrano, anyhow.
Cyrano de Bergerac.
Oh, man.
If only it were that big. That was his problem. His nose was bigger than his cock. Anyway, how do we get on that? Or better yet, how did she get on that? Or do we want to know?
Then she got drunk and thought he played for the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Really? I thought he played for the Rams. Either way, they're horny.
Oh, yeah, well, there's that song. And
Uh-oh. Oh, what song?
A Little Ditty by Two Life Crew.
No! There's nothing little about that ditty.
Well, they did do Diddy. Do what Diddy did that? They did Me So Horny.
Diddy do.
And then they did the Me So Horny song. And then, of course, you know.
You're horny, Shadow Lord.
And then they did the one song and so forth and so forth. And
You notice there's a common theme amongst these songs?
and they were folk and all of them, I mean. But then, of course, there's Necra who
Yes.
took Baby Light My Fire, and did a naughty version of that. So.
I'm not surprised. Sound like one of my neighbors up there.
Oh wow! Wow!
Yeah. That's what she says.
I sound like someone with the hole in their throat. Who's been smoking 20 packs a day.
I think this guy did. Now that we mention it. It's not positive, but I think. Every time I think I wait my nation. And as it is, it's crumbling.
Wow. Yeah, crumbling.
Raindrops keep falling on my head. Alright, you laid it. You don't have to scramble it.
Revenge of the Nurtania.
Yeah, clearly.
Burning down the house.
Revenge of the Nerds, a prayer we're getting it.
And then there's the nerd rap. Anyhow.
Yeah, that's true. For those who don't know what the hell we're talking about, go see the movies. Novel concept. You've got 3 options. Go online, see if you can find it. Go onto Netflix if you have an account. And either A, order it, or B, watch it on demand, or C, catch it on TV!
Oh, yeah.
People are so damn lazy these days. Have you noticed it?
Yeah.
Everything's getting to the point of they hate going out to the theaters now. Like this, get hold of Conan the Barbarian. I went to go see it 4 days after its release.
Yeah.
Guess how many dollars it made? There I guess.
12?
Slightly more than that.
120?
Now we're talking the millions of dollars here, so.
2 million?
2 million higher.
12 million.
Lower.
8 million.
Higher.
10 million.
Exactly. $10 million. You want to guess what the budget was?
What?
I'll give you a hint. It's higher than 10. Way higher than 10.
150 million?
Not that high.
50 million.
Higher.
100 million.
Lower.
75 million.
5 more.
80 million.
80 million.
Wow.
And it only got 10 million back. And
Wow.
that's including international release.
Wow.
And 3D.
Wow.
That sucks.
And
The movie was pretty good, but that sucks.
And yeah, wow. I mean, but anyhow, there is a show. This was from a show.
Okay.
And at this point, when you make it to the final one, okay, I'll explain how the show goes. First of all,
Yes.
you have 2 groups. You have 8 people that start off. So
We only had 2 here.
Yeah, yeah, 8 people that start off. Well, there are 8 people where I live, so we actually, our whole entire place could be on it and broken into 2 groups. But anyhow.
Do any of them sound like this?
What race are you in, shithead?
But anyhow, before he gets into the possible answers, he has people write on a board something with response to another question to determine the order. And so then there's one wrong answer in the first round, and then in the second round there's another.
Yes.
It's down to 3 from each group, but there's still 1 wrong answer. But then in the final 4, of course, there's only 1 right answer.
Get the hell out of my way!
And the show is called 101 Ways to Leave a Game Show. So there are people been sent up in jetpacks because they got wrong answers and all these other things. And
Are you freaking blind?
pulled by speedboats. I mean, it's just ingenious. Anyhow.
Driver's license, you ought to get one, half-white!
How did you get in here?
Put the telephone down, dickhead!
And they run out of?
You're a goddamn moron!
How dare you, sir?
Hurry up, dumbass! Walmart's open all night!
I'm not driving. I couldn't drive. I don't have a license.
Hey, ho, man, who told you how to drive?
What did I just tell you, Nimrod?
What the hell was that maneuver?
I tell you, but I have to cut it out of the podcast.
What race are you in, shithead?
The comedy one.
Speaking of the rednecks, I was watching this thing. I kid you not, this was great. It was bad, but it was funny. There was Jeff Foxworthy doing the redneck spelling bee.
I've seen this, yeah.
And the first guy is from Holy Ghost High School. And the word is schedule. SCHEDULE, schedule.
Yes. You made it.
Get the hell out of my way!
Schedule is so bad. And the second person was
Are you freaking blind?
the second person was from Incest High School.
Driver's license, you ought to get one, half-white!
And their word was Decatur. DECATEUR.
Yes.
My Uncle Bob was way up in Decatur. Then the third person was from Butt Pirate High School. And
Put the telephone down, dickhead!
his word was indifferent. And he spelled it out. And then after spelling it out, he used it in a sense saying, something like Tony was the only person who put it indifferent or something.
You're a goddamn moron!
Enough said.
Of course, I actually got preface that what I watched or saw or read or heard rather
Yes.
with Jeff Foxworthy saying that was the after the first 2 before he gets into the private high school one, he actually says, "This is the part this is the part that scares the shit out of my father," or something like that.
Hurry up, dumbass! Walmart's open all night!
Anyhow, so yeah, he's still, he might be a redneck if there's the big ball here, the old ink ball. Here's your sign. And there's one other guy.
Here's your sign.
Can't read.
Actually, there's 2.
Well, there's one other guy that I remember.
Wrong, right?
That had like a thing along the lines of here's your sign. He might be a redneck. That
Gunner.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that below the cable guy. And the other guy was wrong, like, they call me Tater Salad. And my son, they call him Tater Tot.
Okay.
My dog calls me Tater. That's wrong, like.
On another note.
Which one? ABC.
It is interesting actually when you can look at something and without reading the little thing,
Hey.
without reading a thing talking about where it's from, who wore it, whatever like that. So when I was at the Natural History Museum and I saw the Catwoman suit, I did not look at the little placard thing, but I immediately looked at it and said, "Oh, Julie Newmar."
And sure enough,
of course, it was.
Hey, ho, that's 2 times you had to drive.
Not you.
What the hell was that maneuver?
I don't know.
What race are you in, shithead?
Oh man. There's this guy on YouTube from Massachusetts actually who did this expose, and basically his whole point was to show how many people do, or rather do not, stop at stop signs in Massachusetts.
almost all of them. He's back again.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
Get the hell out of my way!
That just worked out too well.
Who does he have to say, Jane Sanders?
Are you freaking blind?
That's not right.
Driver's license, you ought to get one, what?
That's all better.
Howard Arness?
Put the cell phone down, dickhead!
Got that right.
Hello, Brenda.
I better not hit the button for that one.
I think, how about W?
W as in George W. Bush.
Yeah. Oh, that's what his father always thought, didn't
You watch that Oliver Stone movie, I see. Who else would you like to send a message to, Todd?
Gaddafi, son.
Gaddafi?
Hurry up, dumbass! Walmart's open all day!
That's horrible. They don't even have Walmart over there.
Oh no, Fidel Castro.
Castro?
Hey, ho, that's 2 times you had to drive!
Anyone else? It's the same cycle, but who else would you like to send it to?
Yeah, oh boy.
That's what she said.
Oh.
What the hell was that maneuver?
That's also what she
Hello,
said.
sir.
Sarah Palin? Oh boy, here it comes.
What race are you in, shithead? Are you freaking blind?
No, I don't paddleboard.
Driver's license, you ought to get one, what?
I do have one, actually.
Put the cell phone down, dickhead!
So, have you ever been kite surfing?
You're a goddamn moron!
Actually, this happened every summer on the lake.
Fuck out, dumbass! Walmart don't open all night!
That's what Dick Cheney said.
Hey, ho, man, who told you how to drive?
No, that's what he says.
Yeah. Yeah. No, more like that's what his wife says to him.
What the hell was that maneuver?
No, that's what she said.
Alright, Amy Eisenhower. Okay.
Yeah, that's also what my friend in Vegas said. Hey!
Amy Eisenhower. Yeah, let's name first ladies as many as we can.
My friend in Vegas.
What race are you in, shithead?
Martha Washington, Martha Jefferson, Abigail Adams, Amy Eisenhower, Rosalind Carter,
Roosevelt's wife, Eleanor,
Eleanor Roosevelt,
Mrs. Lincoln,
Mary Todd Lincoln,
Jacqueline Kennedy,
yeah, Jacqueline Kennedy,
Barbara Bush,
right, Laura Bush,
Yeah.
Michelle Obama, Hillary Clinton.
Well, I don't consider Michelle Obama a first lady. You want to know why?
Why?
Because I don't consider her a lady. Hey!
Actually, I do like her, actually, anyhow.
Yeah.
I don't remember Nixon's wife. Did he have one?
Patricia.
Oh, oh yeah, Patricia.
I would kind of hope he had one, otherwise he has
I thought he called her not to truck Nixon.
Get the hell out of my way!
That's what it sounded like. Actually, you know what, let's go a little bit here, shall we? Hey, I'm going to ask you to play the moderator at the debate and address this button as the president, and we'll see what he has to say, okay? Go ahead.
Which president?
Take your pick. How about the current one?
All right, Mr. President. What is your current foreign policy?
Are you freaking blind?
Surely you can brag on that, sir.
Driver's license, you ought to get one, asswipe!
Your turn.
So, Mr. President, how do you plan on improving the education system?
Put the cell phone down, dickhead!
Yes. That would be an improvement.
And what are your thoughts on healthcare?
You're a goddamn moron!
Yeah, was it? Okay.
Yes.
So how about a luxury tax on items such as, oh, I don't know, BMWs, major big yachts, things like that?
Fuck out, dumbass! Walmart don't open all night!
So, so I take it you would own the Texas Rangers.
Hey, ho, man, who told you how to drive?
Maybe you don't know like the Braves.
What the hell was that maneuver?
That's what his wife said. Or if not, that's what she should have said.
Welcome to the Redneck Games.
What race are you in, shithead?
We start off with track and field. Instead of the hammer throw, we have. And here's the latest sport, midget wrestling.
Get the hell
wrestling.
Are you freaking blind?
What do you have to say about Jello wrestling?
Driver class, you ought to get one,
Oh.
Wrong message. Would you like to try that again, Mr. Presley?
you're a goddamn moron!
I beg your pardon.
Slow down, dumbass! Walmart's open all night!
That works.
Hey, ho, man, who told you how to drive?
Whoa. Okay, how about Kaylee Cuoco and Chris? That's a good one. How about Kaylee Cuoco and Chris? Not let me rephrase that. How about Kaylee Cuoco and Kristen in the Applegate mud wrestling?
What the hell was that maneuver?
It sounds like someone driving a steamroller.
What race are you in, shithead?
Alright, so what's your thoughts on Tiger Woods' comeback?
That's what his wife said right before I kicked him out.
Get the hell out of my way!
That's also what she said.
Oh.
Are you freaking blind?
She must have been.
Alright, what?
Good old American old boys right there.
Trying not to hit the Great Barrier Reef.
Get the hell out of my way!
Yeah, that's what the Titanic said, the iceberg.
Are you freaking blind?
Nodding head.
Yes.